Portfolio Committee took a decision to do an oversight visit in Goodwood Correctional Center on the basis of a spiraling video on social media on an inmate that made an indication that there is a very nice life in correctional centers. And also we might have had issues that there are some stifle issues amongst officials that would have led us to come to Goodwood, just for us to do a proper oversight and get an analysis what's happening in Goodwood Correctional Center, so that we're able to get that briefing from the department. So that's why we're here. Correctional centers operate in a different way, and from what we have seen, I personally would know what happens in correctional centers on a basis of previously I was part of the Portfolio Committee, which was clustered then, Justice and Correctional. So now it's the standalone portfolio. But the main reason also to come here, it was also to give an insight to Portfolio Committee members who are new in this administration, so that what they get to see on social media vis-a-vis what actually happens in correctional centers, to give them an insight. And we're happy that there are measures that the department would have taken, especially on those inmates who were purporting that video, who made insight to give society an impression that there is a great life in correctional centers, where there isn't actually. It's supposed to serve as a rehabilitation process for inmates that would have been sentenced. So the main issue actually to come here also to have a sense whether the correctional center is run according to the department standards.
In terms of the standard of our facilities, like you have heard from the portfolio chair, also as a department we are challenged. That is why as a department we have raised an issue with Public Works, because Public Works is responsible for maintaining of our facility, and some of the spaces that we have run out of, they are the ones that are responsible for your infrastructure projects. So hence we've raised the matter, even at the level of a cluster, we've raised that matter. But also we said as a department, because it's for the first time that we're a standalone department, we need to have a one-on-one with the minister and the Department of Public Works, so that they understand our frustration in terms of the facility maintenance of the programs or projects, your infrastructure upgrades, your infrastructure that needs to be built, but also to deal with other challenges in terms of running the facility down, because it cannot be us as government who are bringing red tapes to other sister departments. Hence, it's key for us to talk to them in terms of making sure that our facilities are maintained, our facilities, they meet the standard. It is a concern, and it's not only here in Western Cape, throughout the country. Yes, our facilities, some of them, there's new facilities that we're bringing in, but also those that are old, we should maintain, because that is an asset to government. And overcrowding will happen because our government is working. They arrest, you go to court, they are brought to us, whether it's a remand detainee or for further serving a sentence, they are in our facility. And to keep these people is quite expensive for the department. So over the years, the budget cut has not yielded positive results. Over the period of 5 years, we've lost about 12 billion budget cuts. It's quite a lot, because you've got people that you must house, you've got an area to manage, you must upgrade your security, you must make sure that also your officers are safe. So hence we're saying those meetings for us are very key and important. Myself and the minister will be meeting with the department, because previously it was justice and correctional. So correctional was a bit suffering because it did not receive the necessary attention. But now, as a standalone department, we'll be focusing on our challenge. Hence, we also must have that session with Treasury. We had an extended cabinet lekgotla where we've raised these issues of budget cuts, because really, if you strengthen the security of our facility, we'll be having troubles. And you will not do it without any resource allocation. Hence, we're saying those meetings for us in terms of upgrades, maintenance, and budget cut must be taken into consideration and are a serious concern.
After each and every raid, what we do is we first interview the offenders. Obviously, it would be offenders that would be found with contrabands. That process allows us to get information that has to do with the source of the contraband and how the contraband was transported into a correctional facility. In instances where our members are mentioned, we take them through disciplinary processes. It starts with a letter of contemplation for suspension and goes into a full-blown disciplinary process. But what we do first to ensure that we have a case that we can be able to prosecute is to investigate. We normally produce preliminary investigation reports within 48 hours. So by the time that we suspend a member, the preliminary investigation report would have pointed us to that member.